Hi there, YouTubers. So we're back again. A second attempt. Such a lot to cover. How much more? Right. So, second clip on this article. Watchtower, Bible and Tract Society of Britain. Company number 038588051. This was sent to Mike and Kim from a good person who's looking out for anything on jw.org. So, Mike and Kim sent it to me and I'm talking about it now. Now, it's a bit hard on my own doing this because it's just me. So, I do rely on a few people out there leave comments on the channel, and that helps everything go along quite smoothly. So, what I'm putting here and showing you is what jw.org are doing themselves. I never wrote any of this. You can look for yourself. You might want to target me, some of you, saying I shouldn't be exposing this and should do it gently. How can you say something gently? What do you want me to do? Cover it over and say, look, can you guess who we're talking about? We need to get on with this and say it as it is. Mirror it all and let the whole world know what's going on every platform. Because this is an active organisation knocking on the doors and wanting money for, yes, bricks and mortar. And what do I mean by that? Well, if we scroll down this actual article that's been filled out in Companies House by the Jehovah's Witnesses, the nature of the business is nothing to do with faith, nothing to do with preaching God's kingdom or the message of Jesus Christ. No, the nature of the business is 41100, development of building projects. So should we take a look at what that actually means? Wait there, folks. So, SIC code 41100. This means development of building projects, list of activities classified inside the UK SIC code 41100. Development of building projects for commercial buildings, hotels, stores, shopping malls, restaurants, development of building projects for residential buildings. So, it is a real estate. It says nothing at all about God. So I'm just trying to show you that. Right. Now, hold on, folks. So when they filed this and filled it all in, they registered their office address, which is now at 1 Kingdom Way, Westfield, Hanningfield, Chelmsford, Essex, United Kingdom, CM28FW. And this is the Temple Farm I've been covering, which has the toxic hidden dump there. And they are now wanting to further the business there by actually asking for money from people. They've already had £150 million from the members, but they're asking for more money. So, and I don't know how that's going to go on some of the members, because a lot of people are losing jobs and people are tightening their belts because things are a little bit difficult. We're all in the same boat. We all know what, how hard it is. And just saying. So, now, this was incorporated on the 8th of October 1999. And I need to do a little bit more search on that. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. And I'll put the filming on hold. But in this whole thing, it's just, I'm still shocked, okay? You think you're never going to be shocked. Well, there's going to be so much more coming out. I'm pretty much sure about that. Now, what was it I was going to show you? Oh, there's so much. Right, the charges. Now, this charge has now come to light more since I did the video last time. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this because this is quite significant. Because I did talk about that Jordan Maxwell actually said that JP Morgan was involved. Now, this is a clear indication that they're actually sticking their flag literally on the jw.org. And this is incredibly a significant thing because when it says contains fixed charge. Now, some people did leave some comments, which I'm going to read, and I'm going to go through the comments. Fixed brief description contains fixed charge. So what we do is we go and look up what fixed charge means. Hold on, folks. Now, this says a liability to a creditor with relates to a specific assets of a company. So as a fixed charge, in other words, that is on the company of JW.org. A bank has lent money. Now, I'm going to go back to what was actually this charge that was put on JW.org. So hold on, folks. So we're going to open up this fixed charge. Now, what was I going to show you? Hold on, because there's so much to talk about. This MR01. So somebody's left a comment on that. And there's also a thing called brief description, contains fixed charge and contains negative pledge. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the comment of somebody who actually said about this, which is the MR01. So hold on, folks. So I'm on my previous video, and somebody here called Karen Finn has said something here. So what does a registration of charge MR01 mean? The MR01 form is a form of intimidation to Companies House that the company has granted a charge in favour of a bank or an other creditor. The charge can be fixed securely over a building, or they have a say here to charge over all of the company's assets, and the charge is called a floating charge. This form can be used to register particulars of a mortgage or charge created on or after April the 6th of April 2013 by the UK registered company. There is a cost of £23 to file the paper form. What happens is the charge is not registered at the Companies House. The Company Act lists the charge that requires registration. If the charge is not registered within the prescribed time, the limit then is horribly potentially consequences will apply. The company will remain liable for the payment of debt, but effect the security of the lender is exposed because the charge is unsecured. So if I understand correctly, JP Morgan are basically giving Watchtower a mortgage at Chelmsford Bethel. Now, I did actually read something about this actual charge. If I don't find it, I'll tell you what it says. So wait there, because I'm going to come back and look at the comments. Hold on, folks. So also said in the document, which I'll take you back again, a negative pledge is a type of negative covenant that prevents a borrower from pledging any assets if doing so would jeopardise the lender's security. The type of clause may be part of a bond in ventures of traditional loan structures. So just going to go back there where it says that. So there it says brief description contains fixed charge, contains negative pledge. Now, JP Morgan, what I believe, have got Watchtower right where they want them. Now, I know in the world of lending money that anybody who has a mortgage, that mortgage lender can ask for the money back right away. And if you don't have that money, you basically lose that property or whatever and still owe money. It's quite a big thing. And as I say, the mortgage companies have the right to do that. Now, also with this this charge, this would mean that Watchtower might not be able to buy or sell anything unless JP Morgan agrees with it, right? Now, JP Morgan was saying, no, we don't want you doing this, because they've lent such a significant amount of money. I want to talk more about this, that they won't be able to, let's say Watchtower needed to, they needed to sell something in order to pay for such things like child abuse. And I'm just saying, okay, they haven't been paying out very much lately. I mean, we don't know how much, but I'm just trying to explain something. And they say, no, you're not going to sell that building. So in the end, JP Morgan would just basically take it off them. JP Morgan can literally cripple Watchtower tomorrow. I welcome that, actually. Take the lot, anything to bring this to an end. And it just shows, you know, even though all this money's coming in, it's going somewhere. It's not staying in one place. It's going somewhere. And JP Morgan has definitely got a massive hold over Watchtower. Anyway, now, if I remember rightly, all the building works, I believe, ended in December. That was at Chelmsford. And this actual document was filed on the 11th of December 2019. It was actually delivered on the 19th of December 2019. Now, I believe that was the date when they finished everything, wasn't it, in December? And then just this last few weeks ago, I mentioned that they were asking for more money. I heard through somebody in the Kingdom Halls, they're asking for more money because they wanted to build more work in Chelmsford. And they've already had £150 million on this building site alone. All free labour, shocking really, and on a toxic dump, getting them sorting all that. It's just shocking. And so the whole thing, it's funny how they've put their stamp on this. This has come to light. I don't find it anywhere else. JP Morgan, I've never seen anything like this before. And Max Jordan, I think his name is, mentioned about JP Morgan being involved in Watchtower. Now, this is the proof of it all. This is really the proof, okay? And there's just so much to talk about. So let's talk about some comments back on the channel. Wait a minute, folks. So we've got a few people saying things here. I can't read your names. I'll do my best. Galastas, I think. Sorry about that. Please forgive me for not getting the words right. So, it seems there is no end to Watchtower shenanigans. Absolutely. JP Morgan is one Watchtower backers along with the Rothschilds banks. Nearly captured, says that. Somebody says here, Potura. Sorry about this, but I'm just going to read what you wrote. You're right. The guy talked about JP Morgan in bed with Watchtower. I watched it on Kim and Mikey. So people just confirming what they've also seen. So Steve Benyot, I think it is, says 2 YouTube channels there are constantly exposing Jehovah's organisation is Kim and Mikey and Ugly Watchtower. I count on these 2 for the latest JW exposure. P.S. Funny, my auto spelling. When I type in JW, it tries to correct the JW to Jesus. Yeah. Mark C. And I thank you for the comments. Mark C. A charge is another way of saying lion or collateral. Yeah. Secured loans can be against a property or investment. Yeah, that's correct. And we've got somebody here called, I really can't say these names. Falafro. Sorry, it's a group of people there all smiling in the camera. Picture rather. Hi, I read somewhere that JP Morgan and Watchtower together involved. I had in mind that they're family related when they started, but I'll have to check it. When I know where more, I will send it to you. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Lots of people are reading lots of things and probably don't know at the time what they're seeing. And then suddenly somebody else puts something, and it all links together, all the dots. So we carry on going. So it says, I am Nancy. Save that file. Watchtower is a major player with the elite deep state. Absolutely, I believe that too. Gerald Calico. I can't read this verse, right? So my stepdaughter is a bank executive and in charge of collateral verification for a multi-million-dollar bank loans. If you want to loan big bucks, you need some collateral. She has verified so-called collateral. Hopefully, this is the clue. Okay, so we've got somebody else. Karen Flynn. She said about the MRO1, which I've just covered about that. And somebody saying the link doesn't work. I've actually just pinged the link to the person there on Goodbye Babylon. And Gerald Canal. Oh dear. Right, okay, he says, give an inch and take a million. This all smacks of typical real estate company turning a profit, except the sheep get nothing. And that's what they deserve for being stupid. I know what you mean. And we were all gullible, weren't we? We do have a responsibility for our actions, but we can change and we can start exposing. Joy to you and me. It appears that JP Morgan gave the Watchtower a loan. So Watchtower is not using only donations to run their business. Where are all the real estate sales money going? Exactly. Where's all this money going? There's huge amounts of money coming in. Okay, so we got somebody else here, KAG. It looks like Watchtowers update the contract with JP Morgan Bank as 2020. JP is the security agent executed as a deed, which means security agreement refers to the document that provides the lender security interest in specific assets of the property that is pledged to collateral. Terms and conditions are determined at the time of security agreement is draft. Security agreements are necessary a part of business world, as lenders world never extend credit to certain companies without them. In the event of the borrower defaults, the pledge collateral can be seized by the lender and sold. Maybe that is why so many Kingdom Halls are selling out, because they have to pay such a huge debt. It's interesting what Jordan said about JP connection. That's JP Morgan connection to the Watchtower. But if Watchtower has unlimited funds through JP, I can only think of, say, Watchtower sold their soul to the devil. Yes, this is exactly what I was saying earlier, in the sense that the debt they owe must be tremendous, not just in Britain, but anywhere. JP is located around the world, just a guess. Yeah, because they're selling off all this property all of a sudden, maybe JP Morgan is calling in the debt now. They're going in for the debt. I mean, so many companies now, not jw.org, but I'm just talking about general. A lot of companies are going down. Is it because the lenders are asking for the money back and they can't do it, so they're closing the businesses? Is this what it's all about? It's quite interesting. A lot of things are like equaling up to what's going on. It's not just then why they're selling the properties is to do with the child abuse. I think it's like maybe the increasing mortgage. They've upped the interest. Every so often you have to get, when you get a mortgage, you have to sometimes do another mortgage or you borrow on it. And maybe the lending fees have been extended. They can do anything. They've literally got Watchtower by the you-know-what. So this could be the end of Watchtower, because they, instead of working for God and building riches on earth, I'm sorry. Well, they've built them on earth. Building them in heaven, they have built them on earth. So, whatever you put in will be returned to you. And so be it. So this is very interesting. So all those poor Jehovah's Witnesses who haven't got any jobs, any education, slaving away, I couldn't think of anything worse being in there right now, are basically funding this massive, massive amount of real estate and debt. That is what they're paying. It's not going out to the child abuse. That's why they fight all this child abuse. It's going to the debt so they can keep afloat. But bear in mind, some of this money is definitely going to some shareholders. Absolutely. And I found something else on this site which is connected to this actual filing system. So I'll see if I can open it up. So wait there, folks. I thought I'd just talk about this. This is actually in the actual filing thing. I opened it up. It took me ages and it kept on flicking to something else. So I'm definitely in here. And I'll try and go back and show you where that was. I clicked it. So this is a resolution. And they made a resolution. I'm just saying, all this stuff, in-house resolution. I hear certify that this is true copy of the original on the 21st day of November 2013. And that's the Richard Cook. And he is a solicitor. But he's also a religious person. I say religious person. He works for the Borg. And he actually says, this is interesting, he actually says that his job, I'm sure I've seen documentation that he's actually at the building place, what's it called, on the ridge, But he also says Lockhouse, so he's got two things going on here. He works for himself and he works for the org as an in-house solicitor. I just thought that was interesting. But, you know, they make lots and lots of decisions. None of the Jehovah's Witnesses, rank and file, know any of this is going on. And I don't remember what it was, but I opened this up for some reason. Why did I open up this? Here we are. That it says that the articles associated with the company here amend the following. Clause 148. So they've changed a load of stuff in here. Oh, here it is. The trustees, all these trustees. Oh. The trustees may at any time co-opt any person during the qualified to be appointed as a trustee to fill in a vacancy for their number of additional trustee. Look at all this trustee stuff. So this is 2013. This seems like, how long has all this trustee stuff been going on? You know what I mean? Because it's like, I think, actually it was 2013. I think it was the 2013 is when they started to say the Kingdom Hall Trust. That's when they started up that. So that's probably cool. You know, this is when they made the change. What date was that? November the 2013. You see, I don't think they took off the Kingdom Halls. I don't think they didn't do that till... No, they did it in 2013, but they didn't start selling them till... well, recently they started really selling them, haven't they? And that has come to light, maybe. You know, everything is not what it seems. I'll see if I can get back out and show you where I found that. Here. And that was on the 26th of November 2013. On the... where it's got the yellow view PDF. There's a lot of stuff in here. So much of all this filing accounts. What does it all mean? See, the average Jehovah's Witness would never know any of this. In fact, they probably wouldn't even look at... They'd be too scared to think their eyeballs would burn out, you know? And that's called the fear. And that's what Jehovah's Witnesses have got, a fear of everything. Everything they're scared of. These are grown-up human beings, and they're scared of everything because Watchtower has made them fear everything. Fear of research, fear of reading the Bible without the jw.org. You know, they're going to have such a shock when they find out all of this stuff. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there like that for the moment. Just for now. There's certainly more to come out. Anyway, thanks for, leaving your comments. I do appreciate it. And it does help the other people who are looking in. I know people look at my channel and they don't comment. They don't even put a thumb up or down. It doesn't matter, you know. As long as somebody looks at this and looks for themselves, please do your own personal research. And this is to Jehovah's Witnesses. Just do it. Do it for your own good, because don't waste any more time of your life. None of this is for God. And, you might not want to hear that, but I can only tell you, I thought I was doing the right thing when I was in there, and I can understand a majority of you are. Although there are a few who did like the lies and would click their mouth and go, that's the way it is. That it wasn't even following God. It wasn't even following Scripture. So, thanks for listening in again. I keep saying the same thing, but, I do appreciate you commenting and, keep watching. Let's keep it exposing it. Yeah, maybe I've only got a few subscribers in my channel, but it doesn't matter. I've got a lot of people looking, and it's only to help people wake up. So thanks again and again and again, and bye for now.